Alright, so let's open Recoil Brewery App. So this app is like a helper tool for the brewing process, and also containing a library for many beers. So at the main screen we have 4 options. That is, we can connect to Arduino to get the temperature sensor data. We have a library containing a full set of beer recipes, and we got a log history of the brewed recipes. And we have a start brew button here, which will start a new brewing based on a beer recipe. So we can tap into the library, and here we can see all of the beers that have been downloaded by me earlier. If we want more information about a certain beer, we just press on that card. And here we can see the information about the beer. So the malt that have been used, the amount of malt and so on, the hops amount and the boil time, and the yeast used. We also got the style information for each beer here. Press back. And in the library we also get 4 menu options. That is, we can download the beers from a site called brygglog.se, which will download all of the beers and parse them into this list and store them into a database. We got the add beer option, that is basically creating a new beer recipe. We have save recipes that will manually save all of the beer recipes into a database, and we can also delete them all if we want to. And by creating a new beer recipe, we tap the add beer. So here we just type in all the information we want. We can add more information here. That is mash in information or mash out, or the style. And when we're done here, we just press the green arrow up in the right corner. I will just leave this blank for now to show you. And here we choose all the ingredients for the beer recipe. We can have multiple of ingredients of this. And when we are done, we just press the green arrow up in the right corner again. And then it will be saved into the database and shown here in the list at the end. So now it's just blank. And if we press back again, if we want to delete a certain beer, we just long press it and press delete. And we can try to connect to the Arduino, but unfortunately it's off for the moment, so we won't be able to really connect to it. We will get a connection failure. But then we have a second option here, and that is we can manually start the brewing process. So we press yes here, and then we choose a beer recipe, I don't know, maybe this one. So the current step, or like the old steps for that beer, will be loaded into this list, so you can easily see them here. Mash out hops and fermenting. When we are done with a certain step, we just press done, and then it will continue and updating the step. The temperature is of course not there. We will also see the current step in the temperature window. And we have a log that is automatically updating based on the process. We can also manually add a note here if you want to, and just choose a category, press save, and then we will have this here. In that way we can store information about the brew process. Just tapping done here to get the brew process done. Brewing done. The log is cleared and stored into a database, a history database. So now we can press back, and we can see here the second from the top is that one. Can go into that, and here we can see my log I entered, and all of the others of course, and the date and time. If we start a new brew, We choose a new recipe, add one. And if we for some reason would press back here now and exit the brewing process, there is a database for the currently brewing beer. So if we press start brew again, it will load where we left off the current step. And we can press done and continue with the brewing. Alright, so now we're connected to the Arduino, which is over here. And into this Arduino we have a temperature sensor, which currently is above the water surface. So we can try to start a new brew. Let's choose a beer recipe here. We can just choose that one. Okay, so now the current step is heat up 11.55 liters of water to 67 degrees. So I have already prepared some water here and heated it up. So we put the temperature sensor down in the water. Then we can see here on the temperature scale, the current temperature now is 58 degrees, increasing constantly. So we got this information from, now the temperature has been reached. We press OK. So now what we can do, we can proceed with the next step by adding the malt, but not adding the malt actually. We will let the mash rest at the mash in temperature for 60 minutes. And if we try to continue and press down here, and we will get a notification that says that we have to wait for this time to pass. And now it says that temperature is out of range. It's too hot for the mash here. So what we can do and to simulate the temperature drop is to take out the temperature sensor from the water here. And we will see that the temperature will begin to fall. And now the time left has begun ticking down. And when the time left has reached 0, we will get a new notification. That will mean that we can proceed with the next step. And now the temperature is out of range, so I have to put down the temperature sensor again. We can see that time is going down again. I won't wait 59 minutes here. That would be a boring video. So I will stop at the moment here.